Kickoff, Bucklands Beach versus the Alsatians. Not a bad game coming up here, guys. This is typical Alsatians football as we start. We're a bit flat. We get opportunity early. We've pressed. They've given the ball up. They've gotten the ball back midfield and kick it out of bounds. Levi, when you come up here, look at Dan down this left line. Throw it down that left line. Doesn't need to go to a min. Our men are capable of going to it, but Owen there gets a good ball off to Levi. Levi challenges this man, and these guys, they were good at kicking the ball out of bounds and long, this team. But we've got Levi here. Great corner kicks by Levi the all game. We've got a very good setup, and we attack quite hard. I believe we scored a goal off the corner kick today on collapse later in the game. This is early, and if you watch this ball, we get a beautiful cross here. Back post. We just play it into the middle a few times. These guys clear out, but guys, our defensive line and Zeph right here, this is just good high intelligence football, guys. You were so well covered. Alsatians back. Zeph, it was hard to read Zeph today. Had a boot. This is great. Dan here battles this guy. He looks, he scans here, guys. So important to have that scan, and Levi's there. Gets the ball through. And, out of bounds. We had to overload on this side. This guy at the back left was a bit weak. So, guys, you have to pinpoint players that have a bit of weakness so you can capitalize on that. It's just a strategic thing. It's the way it is. Everyone's got good players and bad players. I like the movement we have there. This is a great ball in through the middle. We had no one there. Aaron slid over just a little bit. Here's his clearance again. Back in. Vincent, out to the wings. Not always into the middle. That's just a sea of green and yellow. That's a beautiful little pass back there in yellow, guys. Owen's intercepted. Tries again, guys. Ball to the middle. Let's try to play a little bit more possession football. But watch this pass. Chester, all the way back to Christian. Christian, beautiful ball up. If that's a little bit longer, we're in our break. Owen misses here. But second ball through to Aaron. And unfortunately, there's an offside call here. There is no offside here, guys. But you play to the ref's whistle, and we did. Unfortunately, it was a bad call. Listen, my angle might be off a little bit, but I don't see Lincoln stepping through an offside there. I can't even see how there's a toe off, but c'est la vie, those calls are going to happen. Sorry, my filming was a bit iffy today. All right, play down into our end. And, of course, the ball and this field tends, if they kick it, goes way out of bounds far too often. Guys, I think on their corner kicks today, you played it really well. You were lined up well. As Zeph mentioned a few times, back post. We got to make sure we have someone covering his back post. So they tried curling that shot. It's up over the net. But you can see in looking at that, we had front post covered. Someone's got to go to the back post, and if the ball's not coming in, you go to a free man. Now, these little plays out from the back. Yeah, Zeph learned a new rule. You got to have it in right off the corner a little bit. To Levi, beautiful time. The guy starts coming. He kicks to space. And that's good. Levi, I'd prefer you come to the line a little bit. Again, these lines, we're stuck in the middle of the field. And if you see a line, guys, if you're not out there, sprint up, and we want to get rid of these balls quickly sometimes. We want to strike on a counter-offensive as quick as we can. So listen, positionally here, look, we're layered, we're structured, we're a bit flat. Chester sliding to the left to fill that spot and gap. That's awareness. We like that. Look, he's tracking back, watching the ball, and Vincent across. There we go again. Beautiful steal, out, delay, stop the game, but that's perfect. Come to the sideline. If a wing can come back and get that, great. We've maintained possession. Remember, boys, if you're a bit tired, grab your wind, scan, breathe until that ball's back in play. Levi, I think that was you there. Nice little grab. But, if there's no one around you, try to trap that ball so you can make a better pass or decision. If you're under pressure, sure, definitely kick and hope. But that's not always a requirement, right? Yeah, unfortunately, I'm a little blind to what's going on here, guys. But let's look at what's happening here. It must be a goal kick by the way we're lining up. We want to be in our layers. We want to be facing. Our strikers want to be ready to attack on the press. And that's absolutely fantastic football, what we're doing. And listen, these guys had boots on them, guys. They would put the long ball back a few times. We made some decisions with it at times. I thought our communication's getting better every game, but we can definitely do a little bit more talking when we're on the pitch. So I don't know if we've got Aaron and Lincoln and both of our strikers coming back here, guys. There's a big gap here. We want someone to fill the middle of the field out by the top of the box, and our one striker at least has to be high. And when we do get clearance, we got to get up on the ball quickly. Luckily, again today, guys, our options, our goals were no more than 2 let in. We accomplished that great, and we doubled them up with 4 goals. So that's really good. Having these weekly objectives and keeping them in mind is good for our gameplay. And again here, when you look at our layering, guys, we are in perfect lines, and that is hard to break. But when we get the opportunity to attack, we need to get up. And you see out on the left, we had someone clear here, and beautiful. We get that play. Let that ball go by you. I think that's Dan or Regan. Let it go by. Open up your hips, get left, and utilize the outside lines here a little bit more, guys. It is so crucial and important that we attack those parts of the field as much as we can. We are still not playing east-west enough, but we're making smart decisions on the back when we do break down. It seems once we let 2 goals in, we just solidify. And we become more composed. Anyways, that's the first little bit. And here we go, guys. Strong play here. This is going to click back in just a second. Strong fight by Levi. I love that. Hands in the air. I didn't kick it out. Even if the ref can't see it, that sort of non-committal to putting it out, often the call will go your way, and you maintain possession. I like this, guys. Look at Dan out to the left, open hips to the sideline. He's got full view of what's happening here. And I love this little play. It doesn't really work for us, but look at this. Play out to Dan on the left side. He's got that whole wing to kick and go to. I think that's a pass by Owen. Simple little pass, intelligent play. Unfortunately, it doesn't click. But when I'm saying get to the sidelines with the hips open, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Off their throw in there. I would like to see a little bit more fight, guys, but that's okay. Now, again, so proud of the way our defense covers stuff up. Now, we do have a play that comes down here. The ball gets back to Zeph. I'm sure. There, yeah. Okay, this is going to go out of bounds. And there we go. That's the next. Moving on here, guys. We had a lot of goal kicks today, which is kind of a good thing. So again, up the middle of the field, I'm not particularly a fan. And here, where's the fight? Get on the ball green. This guy should not be able to walk through that many players. What I do like is we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys back, which is great. And look at that turn Owen does, guys. Shoulder fakes out to the left, comes back to the right, or vice versa. Wins it. And this play by Levi here, guys. Stops, angles him off, turns. This guy's got nothing to do. And now watch this step in. Beautiful. Levi and I talked about this at practice the other day. He took it on board while I'm thinking. But that guy, he stopped. Levi stepped in, blocked it, and now we're out. We've got another goal kick. We maintain possession. That is a very, very good, smart, well-timed, high IQ play. And that's what we're looking to do. Again, you guys in the defensive line, working with Paul, you are really, really sound as a team. It's just unfortunate. We keep getting clean sheets in the second half. It's in our first half. Here we go here. I like this. Linking out to Dan. This is unfortunate. Dan fights, and it just rolls out of bounds. It's partly the way this pitch works. It does roll to the outside a little bit. But yeah, I love that, guys. Look at Dan. He's always moving. He's with his man. He makes some body contact. You know, contact is not a bad thing. It doesn't need to be aggressive. And that's smart. Throw to this player. And then I think that's Aaron that comes back to defend. This is when our game started to change a little bit here, guys. We started to pick up the pace, the tempo. Again here, I love our layers, how we're running. You can see us layered up very well. We do have to scan. We've got this guy yellow at about the 12-yard spot at the back. He doesn't have a mark. All right, boys. So some things can affect the game. And this ref was whistle happy today. And he did definitely affect the game. He's talking about game education, but a big thing is flow. Okay, guys, I like this. Here's Alex. Alex, you played great today. Little energy. And he got unlucky there with a couple of bounces. I think this is a handball on Alex. But see, rushing back, facing the play, making sure he's picked up a mark. Now again, guys, this ball's coming to the box. Defensively, we are sound. Look at our layering. And again, this is talking about flow of the play. Something's happened in there. I'm not sure what it was. I think it might have been another handball or a late push in the back. But at day's end, this is affecting the flow of the play. We've had 2 whistles in a matter of seconds over calls on the field. Sometimes you have to let your teams play. So we're layered here quite well, a bit scrambly. Aaron comes through. Now this run back here, guys, this really, and I know you guys are upset. Christian does a great challenge on the way back here. Oh, sorry, wrong part of the play. This is a turn here. Again, look at Alex. Alex, this is great. You're open, way open, wide. That left side, guys, this is why we want to switch. Get out to the wings. Here's Alex. And I think there's possibly an offside called. Yeah, this was offside. We're just going to touch early. Guys, you got to scan, and you can't go until that ball's actually been kicked. And this guy was calling it is you couldn't go until the ball was past his line. Now, this long clearance off a goal kick. This is not a pass back, guys. Christian didn't touch this. It's off the yellow guy. It might have glanced off Chester, but it's not done with intent. This is a terrible reffing call, especially when the backs of the players are to him, boys. And, you were right and Zeph right for being upset. However, you still got to play the play. So what happens in a play like this, guys, is when that whistle blows, 1 or 2 guys got to rush the ball. Other guys have to rush men and get into their face. You got to make contact. This is what I call a scrib goal. They come out, a little play, and it hits the back of the net. This is just after kickoff, after that goal against us, guys. And this is what I like about your game. We've started to pick up the tempo. Paul and I have been kind of barking some instructions from the sidelines. But you can see we're well layered here. And we're starting to battle here a little bit. Now, this ball goes in. Mackay's missing on the side, but someone comes in, clear ball, and we bury it. I don't know how long we were down 1-0 for in this game, but I can tell you guys, it was not very long. And having that tenacity to come back, fight and compete, makes you a complete team. And absolutely love the fact that you guys are becoming a complete team and that recognition of when we need to battle. So, goals against are going to happen. I like the fact that they get kickoff, and what's the first thing we do? We press, and we attempt to steal. Like a lot of the teams we've been up against, these guys, a couple of players that had a little bit more talent than the rest. There's Alex again, challenging for the ball, guys. Alex had some unlucky bounces today, but look at this. Everyone on their horses are going for their free kick, facing the play. Now, this little guy that's run back in the screen, I like the fact he's come back and wide. That's what we're always looking to do. And then they've waved him off. Now, these long balls that they put in, guys, it's fine. Look at our coverage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players I can see in screen in this midfield layer of green for attack. We've turned this over really good. And this is when we really began to turn the tide of this game. Although we did go down 2-1 at one point. But again, guys, at a time like this, breathing, recovering, positional awareness, scan. Where are the openings? Do we have man marks? Where are the passing lanes to clog, or where the passing lanes you need to get into? You know, I like this. I can see 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got that back post covered now. You know, these guys off their corner kicks and throw-ins, they had a lot of movement. I would like to incorporate that into our game a little bit more once we get the ball touched or moving or throwing. But again, at times, they played the ball out of bounds a lot. The ref was whistle happy. It affects the flow of the game, as does the out of bounds at a pitch like this. There we go. After a long pause, I do take the play up the sideline in the wing. And now I've subbed off. Hey, guys, I do appreciate everyone with the playing time they're getting. No one's not feeling like they have enough. At least they're not voicing the opinion. Obviously, different players in different positions play a little bit more. You know, I would like to give everyone, particularly in a game when we get a big lead or a bigger lead, you know, a few more breaks from others and incorporate some new players into new positions. But we will activate that in the future. You know, the other thing, guys, is we're not always going to be at Terry Street. This is absolutely not the best pitch. It's chewed up. We got a lot of funny bounces today. But, you know, work on trapping that ball, holding that ball. This is a good out by Zeph and a good turn that we have here by Regan. I love this touch. Dan, make that turn. Open your hips. Bring it to the outside. Especially when you've got a weak side guy that you can beat easily and, you know, open up again.